All right. Hello traders and welcome to the Simple Forex Setup Show. I'll be going through 10 currency pairs and looking for entry opportunities on the 4-hour time frame. Thank you those that are here. If you have any questions during the show, please pop them into the chat and I'll be able to answer them. Hi everyone. Hi Paul. Hi Andrew. Welcome to the show. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, now the first currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Gbp Usd. And on that currency pair, I'm looking for a short. I actually set up the alert, pending order not long ago and already got triggered in. So looking at the high level on the weekly, we are in that down channel. The price popped underneath that horizontal. On the daily, I'm looking for a couple of closes below which we had and then some kind of reversal. So we've got a couple of pushbacks on the daily. So I'm looking for short from there. On the 4-hourly, what we saw is the price had a bit of a pullback there, which is great. Love to see that. Sideways movement, which is always good. So now just looking at the price to obviously go down for profit. So let's see how we go with that. If you want to follow along with the entry and exit criteria and trade management, then you can follow me on the Inner Circle Telegram group. I'll pop that in the chat box in case you're not part of it. There you go, you can have a look. All right, the next currency pair I'm looking at is Euro USD. Now, Euro USD, that has already gone, so I'm just waiting for any retracement. So on the weekly, we've had that trend going downwards. I was looking around this area for a potential reversal, but it came a bit further down. So now on the daily, we already had the move down. So now for anything, looking for pullback up, either to this level or any sort of pullback with the price action, and then I would look for reversal. So this could be, somewhere in this area. We'll see how that goes once the price reverses first. So that's not an immediate trade. That's a bit further on. Next currency pair I'm looking at is Aud USD. Now, Aud USD, I was looking for a short, but I didn't feel like there was enough room because I'm looking for long from the bottom. So I'll explain on the weekly. So on the weekly, we had the price coming down. We're looking for the reversal there. I was looking for short from the top, but we had a lot of different levels of horizontal support there. So on the daily, what I'm looking at is this high, lower high, and higher high. So now I'm looking for a reversal in this area. If there is one, then I would be looking for a long opportunity. So I let the short go. I didn't enter. That was, I think, yesterday or the day before. So I'm waiting for this one. So that one was missed, didn't play. So this one, I'm looking for reversal around the channel, which is on the daily channel that's looking like it's going up, or at the bottom of the horizontal level at 0.723. So let's see what happens with that. Next currency pair I'm looking at is Gbp Jpy. And Gbp Jpy, I'm looking for a short. This was actually a currency pair that I had a trade on about 2-3 weeks ago at this level. Took the short down to here. Now we have a reversal, so I'm looking for another short from that same level. Let's have a look at the weekly. So on the weekly, we're at that point of resistance since like February 2016. So I'm looking for a short from there again around this area. So on the daily, we already had that pull of the price. Now we're having a little bit of a pullback. And if it stops and reverses around that area, then I'm looking for a short again. So any setup around here that looks like a good strong reversal, I'm looking for a short opportunity here. Euro JPY. Actually, before I move on, just wanted to know, out of the people that are here, who took the trade, the short Gbp Jpy? Did anyone follow along? Let me know in the chat. Hi Rama, hi Kamal. Welcome to the show. Let me know yes or no if you followed the trade. Next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro JPY. Euro JPY, I'm looking for a short. So on the weekly, we had the price at the highs at that 1.133 resistance. So on the daily, we had the price fall from there. So I'm looking for any pullback. Any pullback. If there is a pullback, then I would be looking for a short. So the pullback would need to line up with somewhere here. So yeah, somewhere around this area. So looking for a pullback here. And then looking for a short opportunity. So this is not something that will be happening soon. We need to wait for that price to come up. USD Jpy. Now, with this one, I was looking for a short opportunity when it reached around this area, was going sideways. Now that it's above, on the daily, we can see that we already had a couple of closes above that area. So now I'm looking at pullback and then looking for a reversal and looking for a long opportunity around here. So that would be either around these tops, these levels here, or around the support at 114 or thereabouts. If you have any questions, please pop it in the chat box. Next currency pair that I'm going to be looking at is Gbp Cad. And Gbp Cad, I'm looking for a long opportunity. So on the weekly, looking at the perspective, it's been ranging between those two lines. So I'm only looking to take long opportunities at the bottom here and short opportunities at the top. So on the daily, we have something that's going sideways at the moment. If that is a reversal, then I would be looking for the pullback and entering for a long around this sort of area here. So let's see what happens there. This is a bit of a, you know, long, and you need to wait quite a bit for that right setup. But let's see if it does eventuate. Next currency pair I'm looking at is USD Cad. So USD Cad, I'm looking for a short opportunity. Let's have a look at the weekly. So weekly, we've had this little channel going downwards. that I thought may continue. So on the daily, we already had a couple of lower low. If this forms a lower high, then I would be looking for a short. If it keeps going up, then we might need to reverse that later on, maybe next week. But at the moment, if there is a reversal either around this level or anywhere up to the tops there, if there is a reversal then I would be looking for a short based on that weekly pattern here. Sorry, daily pattern. I'll let me just pop that in. So I'm looking at this, and that's the second one. So if that continues, then I'm obviously looking for a short there, like that. So that's the daily pattern that I'm looking at. But the entry would be on the 4 hourly if there is a reversal. If not, then let's reassess next week. Let me just check the chat box. Hi, Paul. How do you determine your horizontal levels? Horizontal levels, I usually just look. So it depends on which currency pair. I start, well, usually if I'm having a look, it might be on the monthly, then on the weekly, and see where is the most number of I guess touches or support or resistant points, right? And then I would put it somewhere around there. It's usually, I mean, it's not really just a line. It's like an area. So anywhere within, you know, the sort of area with around. So like here, it could be, you know, the area would be something like that. The line is just a reminder for me to check if that price is coming to that level. Hope that helps. Yeah, and then, well, what I do then is I go to the daily and then I have a look if there is something there that correlates with those, and I might adjust it. So this one might, you know, be a little bit lower. There's quite a few lower down here. I usually try and put them at round numbers as well. So, you know, whatever the closest round number is. And then I just, yeah, leave them there. All right, let's see, any other questions? Thank you, you're welcome. Vincent, hi Vincent. If we enter based on daily chart, do we monitor it daily chart instead of if, oh, okay, so you're asking if you enter a trade set up on a daily chart, yes, you would probably then want to monitor it on the daily chart, but it really depends on your strategy. Not every trader will monitor it on the same, but yes, that's definitely a good idea and a good option. So yes, you can do that, but either is fine. If you want to be more accurate, like for example, if you've had a trade in for a while, you might want to manage the trailing stop differently to when you first enter, right? You might give it more breathing room at the beginning of the trade and maybe less breathing room towards the end of the trade, if you're anticipating a reversal or something like that, or if it's approaching some kind of support or resistance line. All right, so short on USD Cad. Next currency pair I will look at is Euro AUD. Euro AUD, I'm looking for long. So on the weekly, I'm looking at that sort of price going in between those two lines and looking at a long off the bottom. So this is more of a ranging strategy, right? So not every strategy is a trend trading strategy. It depends how that currency pair behaves over a certain period of time. So on the daily, we had that bounce there, came up and is coming back. So what I'm looking for is, we have the pullback, so I'm looking for the reversal around that area for the entry. So the 4 hourly here, so we've had it bounce up. So I didn't enter there because I don't know if that's going to continue going downwards. But now that it's gone higher, I'm looking at an opportunity to go long. But even with that, you know, if the channel is to there, maybe just to there initially, then wait for the next pullback and then looking for the further if that goes there. Always need to wait for the price action to see what is actually happening, because I have a certain perception based on the pattern, but that's not always you know, becomes reality. So we need to wait for that price to actually reverse and show good reversal before entering that trade. And the last currency pair is Euro GBP. And Euro GBP, I'm looking for long. So I was thinking here when it was up here last week that there might be a reversal at that point and looking for long. It dropped back down. So this is the most bottom part of the range. So we had sort of those two levels there. This is the weekly. So if I look at the weekly, majority of the price is sort of between those two, but we have this little bit that goes that bit down here. So at the moment, that's where we are. So I'm looking at still some kind of reversal here. If it goes below, then I will just wait. Okay, on the daily, this is what it looks like. So we've got almost to that support at 0.84. Went up, so I'm looking for another bounce there. In terms of the 4 hourly for the setup, yeah, so just looking for some kind of reversal in this area, general area here. At least a little bit of side movement. I always like a bit of side movement and then a reversal, because the price action rarely just goes, you know, up and down. So I don't usually expect that it will just do that, right? Usually it will come down, do a bit of side movement, and then I'm looking for the reversal. That's the preferred option. Doesn't always happen, but that's what I wait for. Okay, let me have a look at the chat. The stop loss, how do you set the stop loss when you enter on the H4? Well, it depends what your trading plan is for your own risk tolerance, right? So I usually set mine below some kind of key reversal level, or maybe below a horizontal level. It depends how that price action looks. If you want to see where I set the price, then you can hop onto the inner circle. I'll put the link there, and basically I show the entry, exit criteria, stop loss, any trailing stop once I move the trailing stop, so you can follow along there. And I give the actual levels on that channel if you just want to see what, you know, the ones that I do, because every chart, it's going to depend on what's happening on it. So you want to pick something that's at, you know, the most, and gives you enough room to move also. So sometimes it can't just be a small pullback because there might not be enough room. So yeah. All right, any other questions? Cool, awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. It was a pleasure to have you all, and thank you for your questions. I hope it was useful. I will be back live next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Singapore time. And I hope to see you then. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, Kamal. You're welcome, Andrew. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Q.